to almost print money. From greater access to more races, here's how it happened. For decades, Formula One was owned and run by one man, Bernie Ecclestone. He was old school, someone who thought the sport itself was enough, and there was no need for all this modern marketing and social media nonsense. But in 2016, Ecclestone agreed to sell his baby to American group Liberty Media. It cost Liberty Media $4.4 billion, and they quickly got to work. We got an F1 app almost immediately, and teams were allowed to show us more from behind the scenes. One of Liberty's most important deals was with Netflix, which in 2019 brought us Drive to Survive. The effect? An almost 70% rise in viewership for races in the US alone. It's massively benefited Formula One online too, with a rise from 7.8 million followers across its social media platforms in 2016 to around 50 million today. New eyes are on the sport too, with F1's own subscription TV channel, which people can watch anywhere in the world. But the main market they've tapped into is the US. There's now 3 races there a year in Texas, Miami and Las Vegas, and an American-branded team, Cadillac, getting involved in the sport too. More races seems to be the direction of travel. A street circuit in Madrid's being welcomed onto the calendar, while conversations around a Grand Prix in Africa have ramped up in the last few years. More big events could be in the offing too, after the massive F1 75 season launch event in London in 2025. 7.5 million people tuned in to watch it live across the social media channels, and that doesn't include the viewing figures for where it was broadcast on TV in certain countries. It seems Liberty will do whatever they can to grow the F1 brand. Their efforts have been worthwhile too, with Forbes valuing the sport at $17.1 billion back in 2023, almost 4 times more than what they bought it for in 2016. Not bad, considering it's seen as a sport where people just drive around in circles.
6 weeks.
We had 6 weeks, and the one thing I said was, fair enough. Some people might like rugby.
They like rugby.
Some people might like the British Lions, but I will step down for 5 weeks. Despite the sadness that will cause the nation, absolutely. I will step down on the proviso that when I come back and when Charlie's back, we begin with some proper music.
Yes.
And I've got to say I'm disappointed.
I'm gutted.
I'm disappointed because I really thought I've come back to this country to fix this music.
New studio.
New studio.
I thought the house would have been in order.
Exactly.
By the time we got
must
back.
roll.
Get back off the plane, Max. Sit back down.
Why didn't they just do that 2 minutes ago? I mean, it would be much easier.
Just press that button first.
It would be. Anyway, that's all things in order now. That's marvellous. It's nice to have your company. The Premier League's back, so we don't have to do any work, which is really useful. When there's no football, they give us a longer show. But here we go, everybody. You dance if you want to. Good morning, everybody. This is the world's biggest sports radio station. It's talkSPORT. My name's Max Rush, alongside me, Charlie Baker. And Charlie, this is just any warm-up.
This is the double award-winning, award-retired GameDay. GameDay retired warm-up, Max, on Saturday, the 16th of August, 2025. And at 12:30, it's Aston Villa, the Villains, versus Newcastle United, the Magpies. In the Premier League, it's a talkSPORT exclusive, presented by Rashmin Chowdhury. Commentary from Sam, the sausage gilet man Mataface, former England captain Stuart Psycho Pearce, and former Aston Villa striker Gagby Agbon Lahore. The OB producer. It's Declan McCarthy. Go get it! And then at 12:30, it's Wrexham versus West Bromwich Albion in the Championship. It's a talkSPORT 2 exclusive, presented by Fake or Others Are They Fake? Or Others. Commentary from Adam Stamford Bridge. And former Scotland striker Chris Ualumo, the OB producer. It's Adam Bridge. It's GameDay Live with Adrian Forget.
Forget about it, you dirty scoundrel!
The business, forget it, Adrian Durham, Troy Deeney, Scott Minto and Mickey Gray. It's on talkSPORT. Adrian Forget about it, Durham the best, with all the goals as they go in from the Premier League and the EFL, including Tottenham Spurs versus Burnley, the Clarets, Sunderland, the Black Cats versus West Ham, the Hammers, and Brighton, the Seagulls, versus Fulham, the Cottagers, plus a classified results service at 17 o'clock. Notabaladze. Adrian and Mickey are at
Notabaladze.
Troy is at Tottenham, and Scott is in Brighton at 15 o'clock. It's Blackburn Rovers versus Birmingham City in the Championship. It's a talkSPORT 2 exclusive, presented by Fake or Others Are They Fake? Or Others. Commentary from Ian the Duke of Nuts for Danta and former Arsenal midfielder Adrian Clark, the OB producer. Oh, it's Ian Danta. Woo! He's a crazy night. Go get it. It's Big Ticket Live. Premier League and Championship action you can't afford to miss.
Callie says nothing against Alex last week, but Charlie's Go Get It's just hit different. GameDay 5323 says nothing better than some Go Get It's to get you ready for a long away day up to Wigan. Go get it.
Get it.
Baker is an absolute disgrace. Batting his eyelids at Virgin Radio. They knew of a release clause in his contract that no one else did. Where are you, Marinakis? I bet he's weaseled his way into the Europa League as well. Absolute disgrace.
Absolute disgrace.
So, yeah, you have a...
New show. We go from Go Get It to Game On, Max. That's
so you do you're doing Virgin Radio 2 till 6.
Radio show.
Okay, you're taking on Adrian Durham.
You're not taking on anybody.
I heard you say his days are numbered. Because everybody will be listening to... Will you be listening to Adrian in one ear and presenting your own show?
We might have Adrian on the show.
That's a good idea.
It's a talkSPORT Virgin Radio mashup.
I'd like to hear Adrian doing a Virgin Radio show.
Would be great. He knows his music, Adrian.
He does, yeah.
Oh, he knows his
Massive
music.
Nickelback fan.
Game On 2 till 6, Max, on
Okay.
Virgin Radio.
So my question is this.
Football without the boring bits.
Good. Okay. Because there are loads. Throw it. My question is this. Are you leaving it? Are you leaving anything in? Like, because during the game day...
Am I leaving it in? Are you asking that? It's not the first time I've been asked that this week.
What I'm saying is, are you leaving it all out there in this show? You know when they come off the pitch?
I'm giving the whole thing.
You're giving everything?
And any good opinions or anything that happens in this show, I will be repeating.
Oh, brilliant.
this afternoon between 2 and 6.
Got it.
Virgin
I understand.
Radio.
So really, the Virgin Radio show between 2 and 6,
Yeah.
Game On, is a debrief of this show. Do I have to do it?
The Virgin Radio show.
Yeah, the Virgin Radio show is a debrief of this
You're
one.
welcome to come on.
No, I can't.
You don't want to.
Yeah.
You don't want to.
Charlie, your hair looks slick. Like the Fonz. Fair play, says
Okay,
Gaz.
sure. I've got some new product, actually. It's good new product in it. It's a
lovely stuff.
It's a clay wax mashup. Very much like the talkSPORT Virgin Radio mashup.
Guy says, even though I don't conform to woke libtard prediction for West Ham to finish bottom. You're better than that. Bang out of order, mate. I liked you before this.
If they don't get rid of Graham Potter, then they'll finish bottom. I think. I don't think he's absolutely. I don't think he's the right person at all for that football
opinions.
club.
You've got some hot opinions.
Hot opinions, and then here's James. Sit down. That's how it'll be this afternoon.
Oh, that's a good idea, isn't it? George, I think Adam's music would suit better to London Bridge by Fergie. Not quite the Go Get It mood, Bridge Over Trouble. No, it's a wonderful
big
stuff.
sing along
Yeah.
to Adam Stamford Bridge. There we are. Wasn't it a good game of football? I know we're going to talk about it in a minute.
Yeah.
Wasn't it lovely to have the Premier League back last night so we didn't have to think about our feelings?
Yeah. It was a really good game. Bournemouth are good, aren't they?
Yeah.
Do you know, you spend all summer talking about transfers, and then there are players like Semenyo or whatever.
Yes.
I tell you what, David Brooks has been in the gym, is what I thought.
Is he
Pumped
up.
I'm not saying he's juicing. I don't,
I hope not.
no. I'm just saying he's gone
Can't
in
have the warm up, not the game day warm up anymore. I mean, it's going to take some time.
It is going to take some time.
I wonder if people will call
taking
it
that off us.
I wonder if people will still call it the game day warm up. Like Twitter is still Twitter.
It's
Whatever
like,
you try.
Yeah,
and call
you're
it.
right. Stockholm syndrome. Because when they first said we're going to call this the game day warm up, I'm like, that's stupid.
That's awful branding.
Just a gimmicky nonsense. And now we've said it for so long, I can't take it away.
In love with it.
But yeah, I thought he was good. I thought, I thought Diakite at the back. We'll talk about it. I mean, Ekatike was good, but I thought Diakite of the Kites was better.
In my Kite off.
There was a Kite off at the up front for Liverpool, at the back for Bournemouth, and he did well. But I think Liverpool were a bit lucky there. I think lucky.
Well, if you want to play badly and win, Max, if you're going to win championship.
Oh, it's a good laugh. This is good stuff.
See what I've been trying to find out what you say.
Yeah.
On a football game. I thought Liverpool.
It's a sign of a great team, Brian, if you're winning games when you're not playing well.
Exactly.
Really good.
It's exactly that. Yeah, they were a bit lucky but Bournemouth were really good.
Bournemouth
were really, really good.
And actually, True Fair, that's a nice name to say, as a good replacement for Kirkes. And also, like that we will
True
talk
Fair
about.
sounds like something a teenager says.
It is a mixture of
Isn't
truth
it?
and fair.
True Fair. That is True Fair.
That is True Fair.
That is True Fair, though.
It's the ultimate, that is.
yeah.
It's actually the best
True
thing
fair,
you can be.
though.
It's True Fair. But also, I mean, we'll talk about the depressing racism.
Yeah.
But the end, Salah in tears at the end.
Oh, that was
It was incredibly moving, and we talked about it this week when I was sitting in for Paul, but with you. But that is such a sort of unknowable how Diogo Jota's death will affect the not just the players but the coaching staff and everyone around him, because football is such an intense workplace, that. And he will have been such a great friend to a lot of people. And you can read so much into that moment, but that final whistle may have just been a massive release for Mo Salah. You can see they're thinking about it before the game. And when you play, and for loads of us for whom playing football is not our job, it is an amazing escape, right? It's the one thing when you go on the pitch at whatever level you're playing, I don't have the energy to think about anything else. I'm so exhausted. But I'm so focused on the football, and so you're not thinking about anything in your life. And I think it's probably the same for a lot of footballers that when they're there, that they do just forget everything. And so when it stops, and then you have a second to take it in. But Liverpool, who have been amazing through this whole tragedy, were amazing again last night.
There was a moment at about 75 minutes when it had just gone to 2-2, and I thought, I know exactly the player they need here. Yeah. And I felt emotional.
Yeah. It's a really good point.
So how the team and the players and the fans must have felt must be desperate.
But we should never forget that through the season, because it's just it will be something that, and not just this season, right? It's something, grief is a strange thing, and it comes and it goes and it changes. Anyway, it is Max Rush and Charlie Baker on the warm-up, and Kwaku Afari will join us in just a second.
This is the talkSPORT Goal Show. It's the show for the fans. It's done by the fans.
Yes! Oh! Oh my God! Yes! Yes! Yes!
He is an unlocker of defences.
If you've got a problem or something to say,
You don't have the right to say anything about Trophy. I do.
This nonsense kills the game.
Let's go surfing now, everybody's learning how. Come on a safari
with me. Great safari with me. Lee says, smiling like a buffoon, dancing in the kitchen, Art Garfunkel. Now the season starts. Listening on my smart speaker from Cyprus. So glad to have you back, says Tom. Saturday mornings are officially back. Haven't cleaned my kitchen with such vigour for 8 weeks. Wife will be over the moon. Away the tune, says Jason in Sedgefield. Go get it, sir. Back legendary, says Stephen in Manchester. Well, on Charlie's return, I was expecting fireworks, but all we got was a tired, second-rate reread. Whoa. Disappointing, Scott in Fife.
Wow.
High standards. We've set high standards.
Oh.
That's how it works. So let's bring in Kwaku Afari. Welcome, my friend.
How you doing, guys?
Yeah, very good. It's always nice to have you. Are we not starting with Wood Watch? We'll save that for a second. What did you make of Liverpool Bournemouth last night, Kwaku?
Yeah, it's a perfect curtain raiser for the Premier League, and it just embodies everything the Premier League is and everything we love about it. And I think sometimes I get caught in the mindset of maybe we overplay how physical and how exciting the Premier League is. But in Hugo Ekitike's post-match interviews, he was talking about the difference in the Premier League in comparison to the other leagues he's played in terms of the intensity, the physicality, and that was all on show at Anfield last night. Liverpool, it was a hard-fought win, a win that they needed, right? It was a very emotional night for Liverpool, obviously remembering Diogo Jota and his brother Andre Silva, and they managed to get a win in a very dramatic game. Obviously, there's other things in the game that overshadowed the overall result, but it was a great way to kick off the Premier League weekend.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the racist abuse of Antoine Semenyo. I mean, he was brilliant in that football match. And it doesn't matter if you're good or bad in a football match. Like, there's just no place for racism. It still exists, and we are not going to solve it in this 5 minutes, Kwaku. But it is always worth talking about it. And actually, when Matthias Tell was racially abused online after missing that penalty for Spurs, I didn't talk about it on the on the radio, and I should have done, because just because it keeps happening, like, it doesn't mean we should ignore it. And the only saving grace, if it's anything, and I don't know if you agree, Chris, I thought the process seemed good. There was real humanity when Anthony Taylor just took his arm and said, "Are you okay?" I just thought that felt like in a terrible moment, it felt like both sides, the officials, everyone got it right.
Yeah, it felt like we've kind of moved forward with the process, and the fact that they identified the alleged perpetrator and they were escorted out of the stadium. It does show that we're moving in the right direction, but ultimately these things keep on happening, and I think it's tiresome for players who have to suffer this abuse. And credit to Antoine Semenyo, he had a brilliant game, scored a brace at Anfield, but the fact that he had to suffer that on the opener of the Premier League, a game that he would have been very excited for, a man that's been super impressive for Bournemouth over the last couple of seasons. It's a shame that we have to kick off by talking about this, but it continues to happen. And I feel like with this racist abuse, until authorities get a hold of it, really, and I don't know what the solution is, right? Nobody has the solution. We've tried multiple things, and I think Adam Smith talked about it very well post-match, the Bournemouth captain, about how people have taken the knee, and we've talked about it, and there's so many initiatives, but this keeps on happening. Things need to change, and I think that's the overriding feeling from most people who aren't racist. But what is the process? What can we do to eliminate this from the game? Because there seems to be no clear solution. But credit to everybody involved last night, because it was dealt with. It was talked about extensively on the broadcast as well. And then it needs to be highlighted because it's unacceptable. In fact, the players are going on the pitch to do their job and have to suffer this racist abuse time after time, year after year. Like I said, the overriding feeling as a black man is that it's tiring. It's tiring. We want to talk about the football. Seriously. We want to see people play football. And unfortunately, we have to continue to talk about this kind of stuff.
Yeah, and you're so right that if you're not, I'm not black. So the point is you don't, like the white players who get abused, it's just not something they have to deal with, and you just have to constantly remember that. That is the outrage of it. The taking the knee thing is interesting. I read a fascinating article, and I forget it was by, saying, look, that's not going to solve racism, but it does keep in your mind, at least at the start of match of the day, and they show it, at the start of a game they show it. So I understand the frustration with people that it hasn't really done anything. And, you know, because it's so pervasive on social media, it empowers people. People can get away with it. And so that bleeds into real life, right? And that is real life. But you're right, Kwaku. I
think on the back of what happened with Jess Carter in the Euros in the summer as well, and them taking the knee, the England team stopping taking the knee, that you're right, that for this to happen last night is so depressing. And it'd be nice to know what the process is actually, if they've had to change what the process is, and how they take it forward, and what changes need to be made to that process, Kwaku.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like a lot of times the players, in this case Antoine Semenyo, feels like the onus is on him, because he's well within his right to say, I don't want to continue to play football. Yeah. But then the discourse, it starts like, how do we deal with this? The game was altered. When do we replay the game? Because he was within his right to say, I don't want to continue to play football. But he did, and to his credit, he had a great second half. But it's something that we kind of need to come together and figure out a way to better resolve the situation. But last night, you have to give credit to everyone involved. The alleged perpetrator, was escorted out of the stadium. The game was continued, but also the game's continued in consideration, or with consideration, of how Antoine Semenyo was feeling. And so I think having better awareness and understanding of how these people who suffer this abuse are feeling is probably the best place to start in terms of going forward and dealing with this situation that continues to rear its ugly head.
Yeah, I thought Adam Smith spoke really well after the game from a Bournemouth perspective. It was a great moment for Jamie Carragher, wasn't it, when Chiesa came on and went, that is a weird change.
yeah.
He covered it well in the
weird change, and I said, I think he's miskicked it. It was an absolutely amazing finish.
Yeah, but what a great moment for Federico Chiesa.
Yeah, an amazing moment for him. And as a man that's he's very happy to be at Liverpool. We can see it in the way that he celebrated. He pointed to the badge. There's been talks about him maybe leaving the club this summer. Last season was frustrating for him. Didn't play enough football due to a combination of injuries and just being out of favour. But for him to get the winner in such dramatic fashion at Anfield in the first game in the Premier League is great for his confidence and great for Liverpool, because much has been made about their transfer window and how much business they've done and how proactive they've been, but they have lost a few attackers, and so they need contributions from everybody. And obviously the shadow of Alexander Isak looms large, but if they can get contributions from players like Chiesa off the bench, then that will stand them in good stead in their attempt to defend their Premier League title.
I think they've got a lot of work to do. I just think that it is hard to integrate players.
They missed Gravenberch, I thought last.
I agree with that, and Trent, of course, and I, Wirtz is such a joy, but also, the other players have got to get on his wavelength. He's got to get on their wavelength. But you're a Chelsea fan, Kwaku. Lots of people saying, "Oh, they could win the title." Yeah. Are you getting giddy?
I'm giddy because the Premier League is back. But with Chelsea, I'm not getting too ahead of myself. I think there's clear frailties when it comes to this Chelsea side, and it's easily recognisable. If you look at the goalkeeping position, it's one that's been much debated, and Robert Sanchez had a really good Club World Cup, but is he the keeper to be in between the sticks when Chelsea win the Premier League? I don't know if that's the case. If you look at the defence, the injury to Levi Colwill is a big one. And Maresca's been pretty vocal in the fact that he wants a new centre-back. The club, they seem pretty happy with the centre-backs that we've got already on the roster. So it'll be interesting to see how Chelsea approach this season. But if you look at the first 5 fixtures, they're not the most difficult for Chelsea. So if they can get off to a fast start and start to build that momentum and continue that goodwill from the summer where they did pick up the Club World Cup and the back end of the last season where they won the Conference League, there's no reason why Chelsea can't challenge. Whether they can win the Premier League title this year with the strength of Liverpool and Arsenal and Man City remains to be seen. But I definitely expect Chelsea to improve on their 4th place finish last season.
What target are we setting for Chris Wood? Because he absolutely,
nice.
let's face it, Chris Wood was listening when we all said, he's not going to score that many, and he shoved it down our throat, and he was brilliant last year. But what target are we setting Chris Wood for Woodwatch, Kwaku?
You know what? Last season was a landmark season for Chris Wood, and I know we laugh about it, but I want to take some credit for it. I've backed him for a long time. And last season,
I'm giving some credit to Chris Wood, but mainly I'm giving credit to you, Kwaku.
Thank you. 20 Premier League goals for Chris Wood in 36 games, an incredible total. I think last season we set 12. I think this season is going to come back to reality a little bit just because of the European football the Forest have got as well. But I'm saying 15 goals for Chris Wood.
15.
I'm saying that he's still going to be Forest
writing
top
it down,
scorer.
15.
He's 15 goals. And I think he does it pretty easily. I think he's a player that, again, when given the opportunity, when given the service, which he will get at Forest, he's gonna score goals. They kept hold of Morgan Gibbs-White. I think that Hudson-Odoi is going to have another good season, especially in the World Cup year. And I think Chris Wood will get 15 goals pretty easily this year.
I know we've got to go, but Kwaku, you are the non-league Jeff Stelling these days on DAZN, doing the National League match.
Been a goal at Boreham Wood, Ian Abraham.
There's been a goal at Tamworth, but who for? Congratulations, brilliant job, and I love the National League. And you're on with Chris Hargreaves, who both me and Max absolutely love. Chris Hargreaves. What time does that start?
Chris Hargreaves is an absolute legend, and also on with Aaron McLean as well. I'm loving covering the league this year. It's proper football, right? And if you're looking at that league, York City are clearly the favourites. It was a playoff heartbreak for them last season, but this is the year that I think they go up, and they've brought in a few players. They've had probably the best transfer window out of everybody in that league. Yeah. But today it's Rochdale versus Altrincham, kick-off at 12:30, and it's going to be a big one. I'm not covering it today. I'm doing the midweek fixtures on Wednesday. But yeah, very excited to be covering that league as well as covering the Premier League here with you guys on the warm-up.
Good stuff, Kwaku. Thanks for coming on, pal.
Cheers, guys. Take care.
Kwaku Afari there, who'll be alongside a former Peterborough legend, Aaron McLean, and a man who scored at Wembley to keep us in the National League, Chris Hargreaves. Sounds terrible.
And Torquay went on and on and on to greater success since that day.
And now they're knocking on the door of the Premier League. You're absolutely right. It is Max and Charlie on the warm-up.
for Aston Villa, who will play Europa League football. And Newcastle United have been beaten on the day. Also ends with a place in the Champions League.
It's important, but I don't want to make it about money. It's about football for me.
Watkins, can he get there? He's round the keeper. Ollie Watkins for Aston Villa.
This season now, he will look at a competition that he knows how to win, Jeff, the Europa League.
Villa have owners that want to inject more cash, but they're not allowed to do it.
We are going to try to be alert in case we can join someone.
There's his goal! Alexander Isak!
It's only because of this window that unfortunately has not gone to plan for Newcastle that we are talking about them. They are the story. You've generated the story.
And to tell you the truth, I think Newcastle fans would like him back. And he will be forgiven. Don't get me wrong, he will be.
I'm going to go Newcastle to prove they're not a one-man team, whether Isak is there or not.
Yeah, Dan Bardell joins us to talk Villa. We'll do some other stuff as well. He was in the you were in the montage, Dan, as well. It's exciting. You're that good in the montage and now on the radio. Welcome.
Hi, Dan.
Could not believe it. Unbelievable
Yeah,
scene. Every week a career highlight on the show seems to get made.
It's fun, isn't it? Like once I said something that made a clip in the news. You know, it's always Simon Jordan says this, and I go, "Oh, I'm in the news. This is exciting." Theme tunes for Dan Bardell.
I said someone knocking at the door and someone ringing Bardell.
That's good. What about on a ragga tip? Dan Bardell. Oh, it doesn't quite work.
Dan
but
Bardell,
the Sizzler says, "How about the road to hell?" That is good. That's really good.
Bardell. That's good. Nice.
Anyway, come on, let's talk Villa. How are you feeling? Because do you know what? We were talking, Charlie and I, about, Bournemouth are good because we just spent all summer talking about signings and you forget all the players that are actually still there. Villa haven't done a lot of business, but you do have some really good footballers. I mean, same goes for Newcastle, doesn't it?
Yeah, look, both Villa and Newcastle will be okay this season. I still think outside of the top four, it's most likely Villa or Newcastle that will finish in fifth, and maybe that's a Champions League place. Maybe it's not. Both have had difficult summers, but you're right. Both have got some exceptional footballers on their team, and it's usually a cracking game when Villa take on Newcastle. So I'm excited to get away from the weekends of no football and get myself back down to Villa Park today with my dad.
Yeah, they've had similar summers, I would say, that teams have been after their main striker. I'm surprised that Ollie Watkins is linked all over the place, especially at Man United. Why is that, Dan?
I think he's linked with other clubs because, quite simply, he's one of the best strikers in the Premier League, and under Unai Emery, he's been one of the best strikers in Europe over the last 2.5 years. His record speaks for itself. If you want a centre-forward that's going to get somewhere near 20 Premier League goals and get double digits for assists, Ollie Watkins has proven under Unai Emery that he is that man. He was arguably, for me, one of the most important people that Villa held onto. I think it's a big thing that they've held onto the centre-forward and held onto their goalkeeper as well. So it's been a difficult summer. I think there's stuff going on with the rules that really don't help Villa, and it's been a difficult summer in many ways for them. But we're kind of coming out the other end of it, and I still think we'll get a couple of high-profile loans, and the squad will be well set to fight on all fronts.
Yeah, it's weird that you've had a similar summer to Newcastle, but like Aston Villa seems to have had an air of calm about it, and Newcastle seems to be totally panicked. And I don't know if that's just how the sort of, the London media judge those two football clubs in different ways, or just, I don't know, actually. Do you know?
I actually don't think Newcastle's summer's been that bad in many ways. I know that's probably an unpopular opinion, but they've addressed goalkeeper. They've addressed right centre-back. They've been looking for someone to compete with Cher for a couple of windows now. Same on the right-hand side by getting Elanga in. So I think if you'd have asked Newcastle fans what positions were their problem positions, I think they'd point out those three. And they've strengthened those areas. Obviously, the Isak stuff is going to be the story of the summer. It is a sideshow. It's something they can do without. But he's either going to go for a hell of a lot of money and now replace him with a brilliant centre-forward, I'm sure, or else he'll end up kind of rebuilding his career at Newcastle and playing and scoring a lot of goals for them. So I think either way, Newcastle are okay. They've just won a cup. They're in the Champions League again. They've probably got arguably the best midfielder, if not in the top three midfields in the league. They've got a fantastic manager. I really don't think things are as bad at Newcastle as people are making out.
You're never going to get the sports bar if you keep saying they'll be okay. They'll be okay. It'll be okay. It'll be fine. This is what Unai Emery had to say when I think he was asked, are you going to win the league, or where are you currently?
We are not contender to be in top 7 for this reason. This is the argument. Of course, we have our capacity as well to build a strong team. Maybe not with the same budget or the capacity they have economically. We are going to start tomorrow, the day 1, day 38. 30 matches in Premier League, the most important competition we are going to face this year, and we are not contended to be in the top 7.
Was last season ultimately disappointing, Dan? Would you be trying, because you could have won a cup, you could have been Champions League, you were there or thereabouts the whole season, yet 6th at the end of the season, may have felt a bit disappointing. Do you think you need to be a bit higher than that this season?
I think while Villa have got this manager in charge who is an unbelievable manager, they'll always be in and around the top 6 fighting for Champions League football, because the other clubs might have the money, but a lot of them don't have the calibre of manager that Villa have, in my opinion. Unai Emery is the difference maker to Villa, and he's got the best out of everyone that's been at that club for the last 2.5 years. So I don't have any reservations around that. It was a bit disappointing because we went to a hopeless Manchester United on the last day, and all we needed to do was get a point, and we'd have been in the Champions League, and that would have changed our summer. We'd have been able to spend more. Unfortunately, we didn't do it. We're in the Europa League, and because of the rules, we're struggling, and we can't bring players in. We're selling Jacob Ramsey for £40 million, and we're not going to be able to reinvest that money because of PSR and SCR. That's obviously very, very disappointing. It's not great to hear, especially when you see other clubs spending a fortune, like Nottingham Forest. Even in the last 24 hours, you've seen them linked with a host of players, and you think, why can't we go out and bid for those players? But the rules are the way they are. Emery's an expert at playing down expectation. I think the season we finished 4th, he only talked about us being contenders for the top 4 in the week before we seal top 4. So he's always going to say that we're not contender for these things. But deep down and within the training ground, speaking to the players, he's got lofty ambitions. He'll be aiming to get Villa back in the Champions League this season. And the Europa League gives them a second opportunity at doing that, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's good at the Europa League as well, isn't he, Emery? I mean, it is worth saying that PSR is there in a way that if your owners, or if the owners of Newcastle, decide at some point they're not interested anymore, they don't just walk away having spent way too much, as we've seen with, say, Chansiri at Sheffield Wednesday. There is a reason for it, even if it is annoying. Can I just change tack, Dan? He's a big Villa voice, Dan Bardell, and I saw a photo of you and England legend Chris Wokes, hero, one-armed hero.
More Wokes rubbish.
Yeah, this is more Wokes rubbish for me, but I love Chris Wokes. And you bumped into him, but did he approach you? It's this sort of scandalous report I'm getting that Chris Wokes went up to you and went, "Are you Dan Bardell?"
It was a bit of a 50-50 one, because I don't know anything about cricket really, but a few of the England players follow me because they're Villa fans.
Right.
So we were both at the park and we kind of locked eyes. It was quite a romantic moment, really.
Yeah.
We both kind of just recognised each other at the same time, and we had a lovely chat. I was channeling any form of cricket knowledge that I had. Obviously,
did you know he'd hurt his shoulder? Like, did you go in for a big, like, hearty handshake, slap on the shoulder? You did know that, okay?
I could see he was struggling as well, pushing his daughter on the swing, so I could see that there was a problem there. Since then, I've hurt my shoulder, but no one's DM'd to ask me about my shoulder. But I did get about 150 DMs asking me about Chris Wokes' shoulder.
Fine. I mean, I guess the point is, it doesn't really matter how your shoulder is with the Ashes coming up, does it? It's not going to affect things.
No one's bothered about that, Dan.
No, that is. I'm probably not going to get selected. I wouldn't think. It'd be a surprise if I was to be named in the squad.
Now, Charlie, theme tune wise.
Oh yeah, I was just going to ask him. I was just going to ask Dan quickly before we talk about theme tunes, if he's worried about the oncoming march of Birmingham City, who look like they're going to walk the championship and then be the Midlands' biggest club next season.
No. I'm probably more worried. I'm probably more worried about getting selected for the Ashes, to be honest, than I am about that. No, that's not a concern to me now.
Let's see.
So theme tunes. Sorry,
theme tunes with Dan Bardell. Let's try the first one. Here we go. Bardell.
Waddle Bardell. Hey, Dan Bardell. The Waddle.
No, I quite like it. I love the song.
I like it. I mean, it's a great song. Yeah.
Okay.
What else we got? Is that it?
This ain't no techno.
That's really good. Here we go. Here we go. Oh no, this is a Dan Bardell. We have a winner. We have a winner.
That's good.
Thanks for coming on, Dan.
Anytime. See you later.
There we go. This is the warm up with Travis Perkins. Bowling Trav, doing what matters for the trade. Find out more at travisperkins.co.uk or download
Bowling
the
Travo.
in just a second. This is huge. It is the last 16 first leg. Danny Kelly versus Perry Groves in How Tall Are They?
This is the talkSPORT Goal Show. It's the show for the fans. It's done by the fans.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
He is an unlocker of defences.
If you've got a problem or something to say,
You don't have the right to say anything about something. I do.
This nonsense kills the game.
Hello, I wish I was a little
Here's a nice message from JR, who says, far left Max Rushden has just defended PSR.
Yeah.
Jesus wept. How this utter clown is allowed to broadcast his views, shameful. Hashtag woke nonsense.
Yeah. There we are.
Yeah, he's not wrong. I was just putting another side.
We're for everyone.
Yeah, for absolutely everyone.
We're not going to block you.
No. I've blocked some people.
I mute some people.
I haven't blocked JR, but, if it gets rude, then fair enough. Anyway, huge game of How Tall Are They? Oh, it doesn't get bigger than this. Two of the greats of the game.
Two of the greats of talkSPORT.
In a way, something this could be a final. Many people thought this could be a final, but here we are in the last 16. In fact, every one of these games could be a final. It's that good. This is elite How Tall Are They? At home for the first leg, it's Danny Kelly.
We need some lead into
that.
Yeah,
we do.
You missed Danny Kelly.
Danny Kelly's the start of it. Hello, Dan.
Yes, Dan.
How are you doing? All good?
Yes,
all good.
Danny.
How are you, my friends?
Yeah, I'm all set. I hope Groves has been as assiduous as I have. I have, in preparation for this, learned the exact height of over 700 leading sportsmen and women, plus 50 Derby winners. So I'm all set.
Wow. Here we go. You are taking on Perry Groves.
Perry Groves.
Perry Groves.
Perry Groves. Perry Groves.
Welcome, Perry.
Morning, boys. If I knew what assiduous meant, I would agree with it. I think is that a tree? Is that a tree?
Yeah, I was thinking that.
An assiduous tree. It's very good.
I'm with you there, Perry, if I'm honest. I just nodded and laughed. Yes.
How you
We'll
doing?
be doing a lot of that next week, Charlie.
Yeah, we'll be. It's all right, Danny. Yeah, great.
Danny's sitting in for Paul next week. How you feeling, Perry? Danny Kelly, tough place to go.
Yeah, very, very, very tough. If there's one person in the world that knows everybody's height, doesn't matter if it's football, doesn't matter if it's discus throwing, doesn't matter if it's like bowling, it'll be Danny Kelly.
Will do.
Lynyrd Skynyrd, he'd get it, wouldn't he? You're absolutely right. No,
mind games there. He's just trying to put pressure on me, isn't he?
It's true. It's true. Hey, well, let's play, everybody. Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, then, so it is Premier League firsts. It's a heights of Premier League first. We've been with a classic, the first Premier League goal scorer, Brian Deane. How tall, Danny Kelly, is Brian Deane?
He's very tall. I'm going to say 6'4".
6'4", Perry Groves?
I'm going to go 6'3", and I nearly Googled Brian Deane because I thought he might be first, but I didn't. I didn't cheat.
Research, Groves!
1-0 to Perry Groves! An away goal. It doesn't count, but that's a great start for Perry. Okay.
Very good. Okay, Perry Groves, the first Premier League hat-trick was scored by Eric Cantona for Leeds United. But
against Tottenham, 5-0.
Importantly,
25th of August, 1992.
How tall is Eric Cantona?
Are we talking horizontally or laterally? Probably both.
Come on now.
6 foot.
6 foot. Danny Kelly. How tall is Eric Cantona?
Well, I have to go for something else, don't I? Because I think he's 6 foot as well, so I'll go for 5'11".
6'2". We move on.
He is taller than you think. Yeah. Okay, then. Back to you, Danny. You're 1-0 down. The first Premier League goal of this season was scored by Hugo Ekitike. But how tall is Hugo Ekitike?
He feels about 6'2" to me, Hugo.
Mm-hmm. Perry Groves?
I'm going 6'4". Oh,
6'3". The door was open for Groves.
1-0.
Still 1-0 to Groves.
1-0. Perry Groves. Mark Crossley scored the first Premier League own goal, but I do disagree that goalkeepers score own goals. I don't think it should be known as that. Scored an own goal in a 4-1 defeat by Kenny Dalglish-managed Blackburn Rovers at Ewood Park in September of 1992. We don't care about any of that. How tall is Mark Crossley? Perry
Groves. He was the only one who saved Matt Letizia penalty, wasn't he? I think.
Yeah, as well, yeah.
I'm going 6'3".
6'3". Danny Kelly.
I think Mark was one of those who wasn't like the modern goalkeepers, the sort of giraffes. So I'll go 6 foot.
It says here on my piece of paper 6'4", but I'm tempted to believe you. But let's go with the production team.
Sometimes
still 1-0.
Mark Crossley is 6'4". Goodness, okay.
Should we just check?
I'm also questioning Eric Cantona.
No.
No, that's right. Okay.
I've met Eric Cantona.
Mark Crossley, 6'4".
Yeah, no.
6'4".
Yeah. No,
Mark, if you're listening, he sometimes listens. Do give us a call.
Yeah.
Still 1-0.
When are we going to get that call on? Have we got time?
Very poor final, this, isn't it?
No, it's okay. It's a cagey.
Not for the first time, Danny. Not for the first time.
It's a cagey one. It's okay. You just both want to tap it about in the first leg, don't you? Okay, then. So it's back to Danny, isn't it? The first man on the moon. How tall is Neil Armstrong? Danny Kelly. Neil Armstrong.
How tall was he then, or how tall is he now?
Oh, it's just.
It's a good question.
Do you get smaller if you go on the moon?
Well, he didn't.
No,
you do
he's
actually?
a very old man. I dare say he's not the same. I'm playing for time here.
No. It's good because we got a couple of minutes. We're going on his moonwalking height. Moon is moon height,
which is the Michael Jackson.
Yeah, it is.
You've got to take away a couple of inches for the space in the space helmet.
Of course, yeah.
I'm going to say they wouldn't be sending no titches up there, would they? But there was no space in those capsules. I'll say 6 foot.
6 foot. Perry Groves. How tall is?
I'm going to go. I think they might send little smaller ones up, smaller astronauts.
Because you remember David Silver? David Silver went up there once, didn't he?
Yeah.
Tiny little.
Yeah. No one knows how.
Jose Dominguez was the Apollo 11, yeah.
Exactly. Jeanette
Kranke.
Yeah, Jose Dominguez and Jeanette Kranke were in the same rocket, but they didn't actually land on the moon. They just went around it, if you remember. They orbited. That's the word.
Thank you, Danny.
Do you remember when Jose Dominguez orbited the moon? What's this show about? Perry, how tall is Neil Armstrong?
I think actually David Silver went up with Katy Perry. I'm going to go 5'9".
Oh, 5'11", the final score. Danny Kelly 0, Perry Groves 1. 0, but it's okay. It's all.
It's 2 legs, is it?
Yes, that was 2
Oh
legs.
my God! Of course it is 2 legs.
How do you not know the rules, Charlie?
It's 2 legs.
2 legs. Yeah, the second leg. Keep yourself in good good nick for this, Danny, because the second leg is coming up. We're thinking about 3 months' time.
That's excellent news. Yeah, and away wins don't count double and all the rest of it.
No, you're still in, Danny.
No, of course. Well, there was a time in the 90s when away heights counted double.
Yeah,
and it really encouraged defensive play in the first leg. So what we want is expansive performances from the away side in the first leg because we want more heights. That's what that's what the game's all about, isn't it? Thank you, Dan. Have a lovely week. Trans-Euro Express tomorrow, I presume.
Yep, I'll be over there in London for that, and I'll see you, Charlie, on Tuesday.
You will see you Tuesday.
Lovely
Great stuff. Cheers, Perry.
as you say to each other all the time. Hey, well done, Perry.
Well done, Pez.
Pleasure. Chaz, you ever thought about doing a Brill Cream advert? There's a little bit of male grooming, eh?
Yeah,
a little bit of male grooming.
I'm on Virgin Radio. You have to have good hair.
You do have to go there for Virgin Radio, don't you? So you can say. And now, time for Talking Heads. More football in just a bit, but Talking Heads, how's your weekend? The weekend's good.
Don't steal the gig.
I'm good at it, aren't I? This is really fun. Music radio is really fun. We are just moments where, how's your Saturday going today? Mine's been really great. Can't get home to play with the kids and to go to the playground. It'll be a lovely time with the family and everyone. Here's Sade.
4 bits left. 4 bits left.
4 bits. God, this show rattles along, doesn't it? Really does. A 1-0 win for Perry Groves. What's the game next week? Because they're so good. They're so much fun.
That's just so much fun.
Although, let's face it, they both put in a pretty average performance there.
And they were bad.
They've let themselves down.
Well, I will say I doubted the heights.
Mark Crossley, 6'1.5", says Griff. No, it says he's 190.
I'm worried about.
No.
Someone needs to text him.
Could someone check all the heights, please?
Could someone text Mark Crossley?
Yeah, someone just find out how. Marble says that was poor, dreadful game, inanely entertaining all the same.
Wow.
There we are. Okay.
That's the game, isn't it?
Well done, everybody. 4 bits done. Lars Sivertson joins us for the next bit. We know he's good. We know he's good.
Feet up there.
I'm having a good time. Nice. Should we thank our sponsors?
Like Bournemouth. I'd forgotten how good this show was.
And yet we'll lose at the end.
Yeah.
This is the warm-up on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Lovely to have you on board, Travis. For the latest big trade deals, head to travisperkins.co.uk or download the app. We'll have the sport from Tom Clayton, and then Lars Sivertson will join us.
Everyone knows there are 20 managers in the Premier League, yeah? Well, actually, no. Around 3/4 of them are not managers. The terms manager and head coach are often used interchangeably to describe Premier League bosses, but they're actually two different jobs. So let's explain how and why. For years, fans referred to Mikel Arteta as Arsenal's manager, but I'm afraid technically...
I don't think so, no.
From his first day on the job, he was the Gunners' head coach. Let's pick a random moment in time, February 2025. Only 6 Premier League bosses actually held the official title of manager rather than head coach. Man City's Pep Guardiola, David Moyes of Everton, Ipswich boss Kieran McKenna, Southampton's Ivan Juric, Oliver Glasner at Crystal Palace and Leicester's Ruud van Nistelrooy were the only actual managers of their respective teams. Everyone else? That's right, head coach, including Ruben Amorim at Man United. He took over from Erik ten Hag, a man who had held the title of manager. Might come as a surprise that Amorim's appointment marked the first time ever that Man United had a head coach instead of a manager. But to understand why they made that decision, you also have to get what the difference is between a head coach and a manager. A manager's got a huge range of responsibilities. They're not just in charge of training and player lineups, they're also heavily involved in player sales and transfers. Critical stuff. But a head coach's role is far more focused on team training and performance on the pitch. So whereas Ten Hag was highly involved with decisions around transfers during his tenure, the intention was that Amorim wouldn't be, at least not on the same level. And as the sporting structure at Man United changed under Sir Jim Ratcliffe, people like Sir Dave Brailsford took charge of transfers instead. How all those roles play out in practice may be slightly different at different clubs though. On the other hand, the contracts of actual managers like Pep or Moyes had no limits on their job role and their involvement with transfers and contracts. But those guys are actually in the minority now, and it's a change that's happened pretty quickly. In 2019, there were only 6 head coaches in the Premier League, but by 2025, there were 14. A clear indication that more and more clubs are moving towards a model where the guy in charge is actually only really in charge on the pitch. And the way things are going, it might not be long before all 20 clubs have got head coaches, and the job position of football manager in the top flight is no more.
I'm not really into that sort of thing, but I wouldn't want to be high when I go in a ring to face Moses the Talma. Would you? Could you just get me a Dorito?
Is that the new, how tall are they? How high are they?
Just depends on what we take out, where they currently live.
Yeah.
And we find out how high it is above sea level.
Exactly, Max.
Okay.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
I wasn't meaning anything else.
No, I don't think you would. I don't.
Why would you even suggest?
Well, I wouldn't.
That I was.
No, I know. Anyway, that fight is tonight.
Yes.
Who will punch who harder in the face? Find out live on talkSPORT. Moses Atalma against Dillian White. Who do you think I would knock out quicker? I would take White out first. You know when Jack Reacher approaches a situation?
Yeah.
Goes, okay, I can get this guy done very quickly.
You've got to take the big guy out first. They always say, don't they?
Well, that's just thing. You could just
show who's boss.
I could just go poof, little 1-inch punch, Dillian White right in the nose.
The way you're doing that, if anyone's watching, it really shows.
When you've grown up in the streets, you just never lose it.
The way you're sort of flicking out that wrist, Max.
Like a sort of slightly lazy kitten.
Like you're in Chicago,
and also,
the musical.
When heavyweight punches punch, do they go poof at the same time?
They might do.
Do they?
Poof. Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
Whack.
Anyway, surprising they don't ask me to host those shows. Let's look ahead to today's action with Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
Destination football on talkSPORT with Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Whatever it is, we're here for it.
Lars.
Welcome, happy new season, Lars Sivertson.
Hello, Lars.
I mean, happy new season, guys. And what a season it's proving so far.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
averaging 6 goals a game. I mean, this is incredible. The expected fun is so high.
Yeah, it was a great game, wasn't it? I enjoyed it. I thought Liverpool were a touch fortunate, perhaps, to get away with a win there, Lars.
Yeah, my sort of preseason feeling on Liverpool is that this is a team, like, their ceiling is super high. Like, they've got so many good attacking players. But I do wonder about the defense. I mean, I think you have, and we saw this, you have extremely attacking fullbacks. You've got not the most defensively inclined midfield, and you got the poor old centre halves left to fend for themselves at times. So I do think they're one of those teams that might have to score like 3 or 4 to win, because they're going to concede a few. There's the thing. I think they're also capable of doing that, as we saw. I mean, so much good stuff going forward for them. So it could be the expected fun. It's so high. What a team to watch this year.
When Gravenberch's back, was he injured? Was he injured or banned? Does anybody know? And they'll plug the gap, won't they? They'll buy 1 or 2 other defenders, won't they?
I don't know. I mean,
they seem to be able to spend as much money as they want, while everyone else isn't allowed to spend anything. Feels unfair.
They're well run. They're a well-run football team.
Course,
I believe
yes,
that's
of
the truth. Now, Enterprise Rent-A-Car, we've completed the biggest mission.
Oh, good.
The missions are complete. Congratulations. So what we're going to do each week now is pick a match to focus on, and pick a player from each side who we feel will step up and deliver. So where do you want to go with this one, Lars?
I mean, have we really completed the biggest mission? I feel like a lot of the biggest missions involved Southampton, and I don't feel like they completed all of them. But that's fine. Let's just dwell on that and move on. Yeah. But who's going to step up? Listen, there's a lot of great games to watch today. Of course, there's a lot of great games to follow today. But I am heading tomorrow because the fixture computer has thrown up a really interesting one, handing Man United Arsenal at home in the first round of the season. And I mean, there aren't many when we're going into this, like we've been through the sort of sheer misery of the first half season under Ruben Amorim, but I think we all understood he wanted to take over in the summer. He didn't really want this. We're all prepared to give him a blank slate. But it's hard to get away from the fact that he is coming into the season with a slightly weaker mandate than what is ideal, I think, because they're already, it's hard not to have some doubts. Now, they've made transfers. They've made some potentially very exciting transfers, but there's also some transfers they haven't made. Now, I completely understand why Carlos Baleba is on their list, because a midfielder that can just eat up ground and run around a lot like he does, is absolutely, they could use that, but they don't have it for the time being. I certainly don't think so. So I think the player who's going to have to really step up is actually Bruno Fernandes. And it's really unfair because it was him who had to really step up last year all the time. He was stepping up so much. But it looks like they're going to be starting, or they could be starting with Cesco, Cunha, and Mbeumo all up in that front three. And that's leaving Fernandes +1 in that midfield. And knowing who the +1s could be, I think Bruno's going to have to take a lot of responsibility. It's a new role for him. He's been playing slightly deeper in midfield for the last part of last season. Little signs that he was growing into that role, maybe becoming a little bit more mature, but it is a very different thing from just being able to run around and be wherever he wants to be on the field, which seems to be something he enjoys doing. He's going to have to take a lot more responsibility, play in a slightly more mature way, cover spaces, be there to intercept potential counterattacks, do a lot of this sort of stuff that he's not used to doing. And if this system is going to work, I think a lot of it comes down to whether Bruno Fernandes can adapt to this new system. And doing it against Arsenal, against what I think will be a very, very good midfield with Rice, Subimendi, and Martin Odegaard, it's a big ask. It's a big challenge on the first day of the season. Guy needs to step up.
Onana seemed to take a lot of the flack last season, and I don't know if that was because he wasn't particularly looked after in goal. They don't seem to have tried to fix that this summer. Are they in for Donnarumma? I don't really know, Lars.
Donnarumma seems to be a non-starter from his side of things with regards to United. I don't think he's very keen on that move. It's a funny one with Onana because he clearly made mistakes. Like, there were clearly goals that were conceded where you look at Onana and go, not sure about that. But he also made some really good saves. But I guess that is the curse of the goalkeeper. I am more concerned about the midfield. Now, I know I just talked about it, but I wonder how that is meant to work. I also think without, let's say, Lisandro Martinez is never going to get fit. You'd like to have another left-footed defender who's comfortable with the ball at his feet. So even though they've made these big, exciting signings, I have so many question marks about the Man United team going into the season. But I will say this. I do think they will show up well in the end of season, goal of the season compilations, because they already have Bruno, who's good for a couple of screamers a year, right? They have added Matteo Cunha. God knows he likes to score, to try to attempt very, very difficult things. And Cesco is the same. Cesco is a big, strong guy, but he strikes the ball really, really well. Loves a pop from range. So I think, again, intriguing team to watch this season, United. I'm not super optimistic that this is the year they get back into the Champions League, to be honest. I worry for Amorim, but it will be watchable, I believe.
Yeah, and from an Arsenal point of view, the obvious answer for the player most people will be staring at is Victor Gyökeres.
Yeah, and so sometimes you have to go with the obvious, as we learned last season with all the big Southampton missions. I just think, should Arsenal sign a striker, and will they ever sign? This has been one of the transfer sagas of the ages, hasn't it? This has been a multi-year transfer saga, all the way from the beginning of the Arsenal needs to sign a striker clamor, which feels like it's been going on since I was born. And then when they eventually sort of honed in on Gyökeres as the guy, that also has gone on for so long. I feel like for those of us who've had to follow this saga, at the end of it, we kind of deserve for this player to be good, because it will have been a complete waste of time if not. I do think he is very good. I'm not expecting him to score at quite as prodigious a rate as he did in Portugal, but just by having a striker up there, physical, puts himself about, makes himself a nuisance, I think that will help the other attackers on the Arsenal team a lot. I think that will help Bukayo Saka a lot. I think just being in a position where, it's always been a thing with Arsenal last couple of years that if you stop Saka, they don't have that much else going forward. Now you've added something else that for defenses we need to really worry about. And I think so just by being there, Gyökeres is going to make Arsenal more dangerous. But of course, after all this, it would also be really rather good if he could score some goals.
To some of the games today, Spurs, Burnley. Lots of Tottenham fans would have, 85 minutes in thinking, I'll take penalties. And that's what they got. And they lost that one. And now they're going, oh, God, we played well. And now everyone's knackered and we'll get a point at home to Burnley. But I did see, as Mark Bosnich said in the week, green sprouts. I did see lots of reasons for optimism from that performance.
Yeah, well, I'm back in Norway in an area of the country that's known for its farming. So I've also seen a lot of green sprouts this week, I have to say. Yeah, good produce. No, the interesting thing for me with this game is that it's going to be so different, right? Because at PSG, against PSG and Udine, we saw that Tottenham now can set up more defensively, which they did at times in the Europa League last season, but it did look like they drilled this quite thoroughly. They looked very assured. The players looked like they knew where they were going to be in the shape. They've certainly put some work into the set pieces. Probably can't expect 2 set piece goals all the time, but that's defensive structure and set pieces is kind of stuff that we were expecting Thomas Frank to start working on with this team and try to improve. That certainly seems to have happened. But of course, now playing against Burnley, the expectations are very, very different. I think most people are expecting Burnley to struggle this year. They did have a phenomenal defensive record in the Premier League last season, but the sort of underlying XG numbers were maybe not as strong. I must confess, I've kind of predicted Burnley to finish last this season. But this is a game where Tottenham will be expected to dominate a little bit more. They're not going to sit back and counter and rely on set pieces against Burnley. So we're going to see a slightly different version of what Thomas Frank is doing with this team.
Relegation 6 points today. Sunderland v West Ham.
Oh wow!
Sunderland
coming in hot.
Sunderland have signed a lot of players. I read yesterday that they could start with a whole fresh 11 and then finish the championship. I doubt they'll do that. Be pretty gutting if you're in last season's team. But they might do.
Yeah, they probably had to do something like that, right? Because they did just kind of sneak up, and that's not throwing shade on any of the players involved in their promotion push, but. I think, again, on the underlying numbers, they were only something like the 8th best team in the championship last year, and they went up. So clearly, a lift had to happen. They've signed quite a few players who seem pretty interesting. Love Granit Xhaka arriving at Sunderland. I think this is so great because obviously he could have gone to Saudi Arabia or somewhere like that and picked up a bigger paycheck. But here you have a player who actually just decided, you know what, I want to do something more interesting with my time, I guess. And I want to do at least one more year at a competitive level. And he seems to have just, you know what, he seems to have turned down money to take on a genuinely interesting sporting challenge, which is just not something you see that often in the game anymore. So absolutely love that. Oh no, West Ham! You're so glib describing that, but
I've got them bottom. I know.
Got them bottom.
I mean,
sorry about that.
So here's the thing: I also worry about them a little bit. But you look at, they could start. Fulkrug has been a bit of a disaster for them. They spent a little bit too much money on a guy who's not very young and has had injuries. But when he's fit, he is very good. He can't score goals when he's healthy. So Paqueta will have, the weight of the world lifted off his shoulders. The sword of Damocles has been dismantled and taken away on a trolley. So he should feel better about things now, Paqueta. So you could have a front three there of Fulkrug, Bowen, and Paqueta, and that's actually pretty good. I share some of your concerns about, their squad depth and stuff like that. And I'm intrigued to see. I think this is a season where we'll learn quite a lot about Graham Potter. It feels like a big season in the context of his career. Having again had a slightly tricky gig, taking over mid-season, struggling to get them going. Now he's had a preseason, not many transfers, of course, but he's had a preseason, very interestingly set up. So again, this is one of my favorite parts of the year. We spent the summer on transfer speculation, and we see, this coach is there and this player's going there, and we all have these theories about how this is going to work out. And now we're going to learn. So I feel like I want to watch all the games this weekend. Not really possible, but it's all very exciting. I'm getting carried away, Max.
I know you need a lozenge, but before you're allowed...
Sorry about that.
Are you poorly or is it just early, Lars?
Poorly, definitely poorly.
Pray for Lars. We'll start a crowdfunder for you to buy a packet of tunes.
They are very expensive in Norway, the lozenges. So I think that might actually be needed more than you think.
Look, I'm relegating Wolves as well, which is also a bad prediction.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. I just wanted to keep some of the promoted sides up, so I've kept Sunderland Leeds up.
Did you just get to W on the list? And, not put anyone.
I have done it alphabetically. Yeah, exactly. So another bad season for Tottenham, which is a disappointment. And I've given Man City the title, which not many have. Because it's it's all guessing, isn't it, Lars? You know, no one said Liverpool will win the title by March and Spurs will finish 17th last year. So we're all guessing. But Wolves play Man City today, so that's relegated against champions for me.
Yeah, well, so in defense of your Wolves pick, last season they did. I mean, I've never taken you for being a big stats nerd, Max.
No,
but they did last season. Okay, so they did last season have the worst XG difference of the non-relegated teams. Spurs had the worst defense, but because Spurs also attacked a little bit, their overall numbers were better. Generally, Wolves' numbers were the worst of all the teams that didn't get relegated. And they have lost Cunha and Ait-Nouri since then. So I don't love that for them. That seems to be the source of a lot of that. What they were creating seems to have gone. They've, of course, signed John Arias from the Brazilian league. Looked a little exciting during the Club World Cup. So maybe there's something there. But I think you're right to worry about Wolves. But I don't know. Having already announced how fascinated I am by this time of year, Man City, man, I really cannot work out this rebuild that they're doing. Some of these players are potentially very good, but I am really struggling to see a title-winning side in that group that they've put together now. Yeah. But here's the thing. Guardiola keeps getting this right? I mean, what is it now? He's won something bizarre, like 12 out of 16 league titles he's competed for or something as a coach. Like, it's absolutely outrageous, his record of just winning league titles. Now, of course, he's been in charge of some good teams. This is true. But he has this incredible ability to make it work. And that's one of the things. Like, I'm looking at this squad and I do not see where you find a title-winning team from here. But Guardiola seems to be very good at doing that. I mean, I think they seem quite front-heavy to me. Reinders played in a deeper role in the Club World Cup, but he's actually quite an attacking player. Shirky is a bit of a wild card of the type that don't always thrive under Guardiola. So how's that going to work out? Seems that they really need Rodri to come back, but he's not back yet.
Rodri
many
is
questions,
key, isn't it? Rodri is key.
So many questions about this team. You know, Foden could be back to where he was a couple of years ago. He might also not be. Really intriguing. So Wolves shouldn't be a huge
voice running out. We're getting
it's
very
getting worse, isn't it?
voice.
It's getting worse.
Well, this is the last words he ever said, and then he lived in silence like a Trappist
At some point,
monk.
the intro has to be correct, guys. At some point, the intro has to be correct.
Hey, thanks, Lars. You're a good man.
We're trying very hard. See
Thank
you
you,
guys. Have a
Lars.
great weekend.
The comedian Adam Rowe has tweeted, based on his current minutes per goal, Federico Chiesa is on course for 371 goals this season. He starts and finishes every game from now on. Even if he plays until half-time, he'd be on for 186, shattering Erling Haaland's record. Very exciting,
He's
says
got three,
Adam.
isn't he? The Accrington Stanley.
Yeah.
The Newcastle in the Carabao Cup final.
And this one.
He's a lovely
player.
Great goal.
You know, when fully fit, great player. Anyway, that was a look ahead to some of the players that we feel will be here for it. That's the feature. And deliver this weekend as Lars's voice went, grow here. And then I just think, he's like, don't
Here
ask me.
for it. Is that a new attempt at a go get it?
Here for it.
Prize?
Just Lars going, just not one more question, because his voice is going. A mate of mine was a reporter for the BBC. Do you remember when that whale was in the Thames?
Oh, yeah.
But he was just like, he was working for, like a local radio station, but News 24, like, were just desperate to cover the whale.
Oh, yeah.
Some story. So that aerial footage of the whale. And this guy was just in a porter cabin, ran back, couldn't see the whale. And so at the end of every question, he'd go, and we just hope the whale survives, like the end of a news report.
Right, yeah.
And they'd be like, and Gareth, one more thing. And I'd be like, oh no. And we just hope. I've got nothing to say. I can't see the whale. The whale's in the river. What do you want me to say? It's a whale in a river. It shouldn't be in a river. It should be in the sea. It's in the river. I don't know if it's going to survive or not, because I'm not a whale vet. No. We just hope the whale survives. And Gareth, just on the anyway, that was a look ahead to some of the players that we feel will be.
Did survive?
No, it didn't. The whale died. And spoiler alert: if you're going to watch, if you go back and watch old News 24s, don't watch that one. Deliver this weekend with Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
Destination football on talkSPORT with Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Here for it. Book now at enterprise.co.uk.
This is the talkSPORT Goal Show. It's the show for the fans. It's done by the fans.
Yes! Oh! Oh my God! Yes! Yes! Yes!
He is an unlocker of defences. That.
If you've got a problem or something to say,
You don't have the right to say anything about something. I do.
This nonsense kills the game.
What does ambient anticipation mean? What does that mean? I don't know what it means.
Just the anticipation is in the air.
Okay.
Crackling in the air.
Got it. Understood. Thanks so much. It is Max Josh and Charlie Baker with you on the warm-up between the formerly known GameDay warm-up. Until 11. Always time for time difference. Ian Danta live from Knutsford Services in a second. Right now, though, let's look at the latest odds ahead of today's action with William Hill.
In the Zone on talkSPORT. Brought to you by Final One Standing. New from William Hill. 18 plus gambleaware.org. Terms and conditions apply.
Lee Phelps joined us in the studio. You
I've never seen Lee Phelps not in his car, like Harry Redknapp.
It's true. No, I've seen him. He sometimes sits by. He's got a big sort of William Hill board.
Oh yeah,
in his living room.
You should have put that with him.
Yeah.
Do you remember the good old days? Some people call them the good old days in radio, where you just rolled out of bed if you were contributing. You didn't have to kind of. Now it's like I put a studio in my garage. I set up this great car.
Done your hair,
and now I'm here.
Do you know what I hate is when people don't come in to the studio to broadcast,
or think they can even move countries.
That is honestly
and still
we need
do
to
the show.
nip that in the bud, because they don't feel the heartbeat of the nation when they're doing that. Anyway, Lee, you got a race day for MND today.
Yeah, at Ripon. It's our chosen charity this year. Great charities. You guys have supported it, I know. The MND Association. So a race day. So all the profits from the Great St Wilfrid today, which was sponsored for a long time, go to the MND Association. So we've got collections in shops today as well, on course as well, of course. And I guess we'd say to people, if you're having a bet on the Great St Wilfrid, please consider doing it with us today. We'll, all profits go into it. So I try and raise as much money as we can for a fantastic charity. Yeah.
Great stuff. Obviously, start of the Premier League started yesterday. Good win for Liverpool. Bournemouth played very well, didn't they? Where do you want to start? Final one standing. Our big new competition.
Yes. Yeah, 12:30 is the deadline to get your picks in. If you're going to get involved in round one, £500,000 jackpot. We're playing for there. 12:30 is the absolute deadline. Then the game starts. We've already got just under 300,000 players involved. If you don't know what this is, last man standing, same thing. We're calling it final one standing. Pick a Premier League team to win each week. If they do that, you're through. If they lose or draw, you're out. The most popular pick is Tottenham. 30% of all players have gone Tottenham to beat Burnley at home today. It's shortest price, actually, so it's understandable. Obviously, looked good against PSG, but in the end drew. I was wondering, what would you two go for?
Because there aren't a lot of... Because you normally go, what's your home banker? But with my Tottenham hat on, I don't want to jinx them, so I will go Man City to win at Wolves today.
Okay, I'm going to say Forest to beat Brentford, because they've had a terrible summer and they're not even going to play Worcester tomorrow. So
yeah, no, I like those. They're pretty popular in the picks as well. So yeah, 12:30 to get those picks in. If you haven't played yet, you do it on the app. There's a private talkSPORT league which started last night with the Liverpool game.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm in it. And I went Liverpool, and at 2-2, I was like, this game. But obviously a load of people got through.
Seems very private. I'm not in it. Are you in it?
Not invited.
No, not invited.
No, you were invited.
NFI.
No, you were both invited.
We didn't want to go to your party anyway. It's all right.
So get involved by 12:30. Otherwise, you miss out. There's new jackpots every week. To be fair, so if you do miss out, get involved in the 500k one by 12:30 today by kickoff in Villa Newcastle.
Give us an acca then for this afternoon.
Yeah, I'm going to go Villa to win at home. I think they'll have too much for Newcastle. Newcastle obviously had a bit of a torrid summer. We've got an epic boost on that match, by the way. Ollie Watkins to have a shot on target, boosted from 1 to 4 to even money, and impact sub applies as well. So if Watkins goes off, the player coming on replaces your bet. Villa are great at home.
You'd hope he'd have a shot on target.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
That is really one of the ambitions for a centre forward. It's a good point.
He's scored 5 in his last 4 games against Newcastle. They've got a great record against Newcastle. So, yeah, absolutely. I think he'll score, let alone shot on target. Max bet of a tenner for that epic boost, by the way. 1 per customer in shop and on the app. So Villa to win, Brighton to win. That's my pick in final one standing. Tottenham to win. Man City to win. That activates our all-new ACCA boost to just under 10 to 1. The more legs you put in, the bigger the boost goes. T's and C's available in shop and on the app.
Have you signed Chris Akabusi for Akabusti?
No, I heard about this suggestion last week.
Yeah, that's a good one, isn't it?
I like. He's
a good guy as well.
Right,
yeah, he's good energy, great energy. Good for you.
Akabilk from the
you could get him as well.
60s.
Trickier to get.
Can't get Akabilk.
You can't get Akabilk. It would be like Weekend at Bernie's, and that's an interesting way to take your marketing department. But if that's what you want to do, don't let us stop you, Lee. Thanks for coming in, pal. Have fun with the Goal Show on TalkSport's YouTube channel later. You can join the TalkSport Final One Standing League. You can win a share of the jackpot. Use the code TalkSport to play. Terms and conditions apply. 18+, gambleaware.org.
In the Zone on TalkSport. Brought to you by Final One Standing. New from William Hill. 18+, gambleaware.org. Terms and conditions apply.
Meditation Dan says, with the game day warm-up being retired, does that mean meditation's also out the window? The Overlords have lost it. Game's gone. We'll bring back meditation at some point in the season.
Dukesy. Panic when we used to do.
No, it's really fun. Could we be silent for 10 seconds? You could just feel them going, just do 7 seconds. Couldn't bear it. 10 seconds of sun. Dukesy selling windows in Hemel says, Chris Akabusi was hired for a rival bookie to do Chris Akabusi adverts. You constantly saying it to Lee shows poor emotional intelligence.
He'll drop it. That'll be it now.
Be better, guys.
William Hill will pull the money out.
I just say, we have to hang on. Let's just
do the NFL read.
Yeah, the NFL returns to Wembley in October as the LA Rams take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. We have huge competition to win VIP tickets. That's right, it says here. It would be weird if it wasn't. We're giving you the chance to win 6 seats in a private box at Wembley with full hospitality plus $5,000 spending money. Here is Charlie Baker to tell you how to enter.
Oh, no, it doesn't say that. Look, it says multicam ops can find the relevant videos for Talk and TalkSport under media lists. /competitions.
This is the backroom computer stuff.
Backup copies of the MP4 files can be found under asset import competitions. Please note, there are specific videos for TalkSport. It's important you use the TalkSport versions as they have a TalkSport keyword.
Go call settings. Go call settings.
Syntax error in 69.
Go to system preferences.
Can anyone tell me how to enter? That you can write in. I think you can phone in. No one's telling me how to enter it.
You don't know how to enter, but
there
good luck.
will be a way. There will be a way.
We're not telling you how to enter, but good luck.
TalkSport /competitions. Go there and you'll find it.
Good luck, everybody.
Here it is. 18 plus UK excluding Northern Ireland for a chance to win. Text the word cash to 83338 and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission, or you can enter for free by calling 0330 880 3338. All entries must be received by 25th of August. Yes, this is a TalkSport limited promotion run on TalkSport, Talk and Virgin Radio UK. Full T's and C's at talksport.com.
I much prefer it when we don't give out the way to enter a competition.
And just read out.
We've got a really good competition going. Not going to tell you. Are the boys there? Are the boys there, are they? Right, let's go.
They better be there or it's 10 seconds of meditation.
Co-coms. 2 co-coms because we're taking the start of the season seriously.
Yes.
Gabby Agbonlahor, Stuart Pearce will be alongside Sam Anaface. Hello, gentlemen. Are you well?
Good morning. How are we?
Yeah, good. Thanks, Gabby.
Very good. Thanks. Hello, Stuart.
How are you?
Lovely.
It's good to be back, gentlemen.
Oh, lovely to speak to you, Stuart.
Is this, Stuart, your favourite bit of the weekend, chatting to us?
It's certainly in the top 100, without a doubt.
Right. Let's do the chart. Dun, 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 at number 100. Okay, then.
New entry.
Yeah, let's do a bit of the football, then get on to the fun stuff. How do you see this? Oh, are you what are you playing there?
We're at Oasis. That's what we are.
That's really good. That sounded like some. It was like sort of some doom.
Gabby's brought his sitar with him.
Of course he has.
On the sitar, it's Gabby Agbonlahor.
We're looking forward to the PSR derby. It's going to be good, this one, Gabby, isn't it?
Yeah, this game always produces goals. I mean, Aston Villa last season 4-1. They beat Newcastle at Villa Park and have a decent record in the last 6 games against Newcastle at home. An aggregate score, for your information, of 14 goals to 4 in the last 6 games at Villa Park. So looking forward to it. And looking forward to working with Sam Matterface and the legend Stuart Pearce.
Notice that he didn't call Sam a legend there. He just
it was Little Sam. No, he's not a legend.
No, he's a gilet.
He's a sausage gilet man.
We know that.
Find his name is.
Are you being told, Stuart, to sort of represent Newcastle? Oh, wait, you did play for Newcastle, of course, Stuart. I momentarily forgot that. Yeah.
Yes, I had 2 years up there, which was very enjoyable, I've got to say. But as we are on talkSPORT, we're neutral. You know, we say what we see.
Of course, like catchphrase.
Exactly that.
What do you see at the moment? Gabby sits up. Are you more of a Ravi Shankar fan, Gabby, or have you got any others sort of less well known?
He's sat in the lotus position next to me, Gabby.
He's floating. He's just Gabby Agbonlahor is floating away.
I've just got a free ticket for the game, to be honest, guys. I don't think I have to do any work.
Pleased to be here.
Good. And so, who are you? Who's going to win the title, Stuart?
I think Liverpool. You know, I think they've strengthened at the right times. They've done good business. He's had a year to look at his squad. He's decided to move one or two on. I'm not sure about moving Diaz on, but you've got to manage the books these days. And I think he's added quality to what he's got. And I think maybe there might even be another face coming in. I don't know whether Mark Gahey might come in. I think he'd be a brilliant addition to anybody, personally. Whether you're Man City, whether you're Liverpool, wherever you are, and I think he might be on his way shortly.
Yeah, I mean, when Semenyo scored that second, it did look like Konate was looking for Mark Gahey. The amount of time he spun around.
Like he'd gone off to find him.
Is he? He's over there. He's not over there. That's all right.
Like he was running to South London to find him.
What about you, Gabby? Who do you think's going to win it all?
I agree with Piercy. I mean, we can't really look too much into last night. I mean, a lot of people were saying, oh, they look shaky, Liverpool. They conceded 2. They don't look the same. But you'll see a lot of that this weekend, the first games of the season. You know, a lot of the players are rusty. Their fitness might not be at 100%, but the players that they've brought in, Ekitike looks like a star player. Kirkes and Frimpong will maybe take a bit of time to get used to their team, but I'm with Piercy. I just think they've got too much. I think Arsenal, I don't think they know how to do it. This Arsenal side with Mikel Arteta, they'll probably come second again. And I think Manchester City as well have got players that need to bed in as well. They need a bit of time. So Liverpool for the title for me, and maybe even the Champions League.
Now or never for Mikel Arteta, do you think, Stuart?
I think that's harsh. I mean, I've got one foot in the management camp, to be honest with you. You know, he's got Arsenal very, very close to it year on year on year. And personally, I think he's doing a good job. But I would be careful what I wished for at Arsenal if you're looking to move him on.
I agree with you, Stuart. Second is the teams are quite good. So we established all these teams are quite good at football. It's quite hard to come second.
Jump.
Matt says Gabby Agbonlahor is a genie. 10:30 for the week. Stuart Pearce. Stuart was at an antiques fair. He just bought this little. He just found this little lamp, and he thought, it looks nice. Ding ding ding. 3 little rubs. Out pops Gabby Agbonlahor. 3 wishes.
Gabby in Panto at the Birmingham Hippodrome.
He needs more than 3 little rubs, I can assure you these days.
Come on.
We've all got older, Stuart.
That's it. No one told me it'd be so hard.
3 don't even scratch the surface these days with a fella.
Hey, come on then. Let's get down to serious business. Last gig you went to, please, Stuart.
Oh yeah.
Back-to-back Oasis.
Oh yeah.
Was the last one I'd done. Next Saturday's the big one. I'm going to throw a sick card in for next Saturday, and I'm down on Margate Seafront.
Shocking.
Sex Pistols, Stranglers and Buzzcocks. Now that is...
Wow.
It don't get better.
Let's talk about in Stuart Pearce's wheelhouse.
Is it just you on your own?
Yeah, it's like the ballad of Wallace Island. It's your very own, isn't it? You've just paid for them all. They'll all rock up and it'll be you, and they'll be like, isn't that just Stuart Pearce on his own?
They couldn't make the gig in my garden. They said, no, we're going to have to invite some other people as well. So there you go.
Oh, good stuff. Same question to you, Gabby. What was the last gig you went to?
Very nice.
Oh, you're going years back.
Oh, really?
I can't get the tickets, guys. I haven't got the links like Piercy.
No, I understand that.
I can't get the tickets, man. I love a freebie as well.
Yeah, no, but rack your brains.
You must have been to our gig.
Do you know what? Probably a Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'll do like a bit of Kendrick, a bit of the old hip-hop.
Where did you see him?
That was in actually New York. Yeah, quite a long time ago. Right. Yeah, so I need to get to another one soon. Maybe I'll try and sneak into one of the Oasis ones coming up.
Because we have to ask, because Stuart normally does this, but whoever is the co-coms we ask, and who is it whose answer is always Lionel Richie? Dean Ashton. He's like always Lionel. It was just like 20 years ago went to Lionel Richie. That's it. Also, Gabby, and you may not be expecting this, but we have to ask all the co-coms. Stuart Pearce once drank his own urine in front of Bear Grylls. So just the last time you did that, if you ever,
Yeah.
not necessarily in front of
Have you
Bear
done that,
Grylls.
Gabby? Just
And if you
add
haven't,
you to the list.
if you haven't, I haven't. It's fine.
I'm used to wetting the bed, never mind drinking it. So yeah, I've never done that, to be honest.
So
but,
we'll add that to the spreadsheet.
Doesn't surprise me with Piercy though. You know, and he does some strange things now and then.
Yeah, but look.
I mean, it was at half time last year, so I don't know.
Yeah, Rushden looked around and was like, what's going on here? Stuart was making a brew. Anyway, listen, chaps, enjoy the game. It's always nice to talk to you, Stuart. Nice to have you on, Gabby. Thanks,
Thank you,
boys.
guys. Appreciate it.
Good stuff. Okay, what a gig for Stuart Pearce.
Oh,
there.
lovely.
Yeah.
Isn't it? I mean, it's like Stuart Pearce Fest. Pierce Fest.
Pierce Fest.
We'd all go. Psycho Fest.
There would definitely be a stall where you could take that penalty against Spain.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't there?
Nice.
And you could do that celebration.
Yeah. Or they'd have one of those boards with a hole cut out for the head.
Oh, no, what you do is there'd be the penalty against Spain, there'd be a hole in the corner of the goal.
Yeah.
And there'd be the penalty against Germany.
Oh, what a lovely idea.
Could you score that and rewrite
What a
history?
good idea that is.
Rewrite history.
That's the sort of thing you should be saying to Lee Phelps from William Hill. Set this up, we can sponsor that, and then bang, try and score the goal that he scored next summer for the World Cup.
And then what do I get out of it?
You've come up with the idea.
Oh, okay.
You've got the IP, the intellectual property.
Genie bit with Gabby was good, wasn't it?
I'd love to see Gabby. Can you imagine Gabby
Can we find that, please?
Gabby in Panto.
Not enough Brummy genies, are there?
No, it'd be great, wouldn't it? 3 wishes.
You've got 3 wishes. What are they?
What are they? 1,000 more wishes. Can't do that. Can't do the voice, obviously. Dan Bardell now is furious about that voice.
It's okay. I think you're okay.
Okay.
2 till 6, Charles.
Genie Agbonlahor.
Yeah, of course.
2 till 6.
Yeah, 2 till 6 on Virgin. You can do your Genie footballers.
Yeah,
Don't say why. Just
what
say
a good idea. What a good idea. We'll carry that over.
One bit. That's it. Could be a rollover.
That's what we'll do from now on. To try and take listeners from this.
It's not what we want to do.
This is.
No, I want to take the Virgin listeners to talkSPORT.
Yes.
Exactly.
Why?
And then I'll get...
What?
Tomorrow
morning?
No, for this... Yeah, no, so you can't go back in time.
Can't go back in time. I mean, you could try.
I could ask Gabby Agbonlahor.
That might be one of
Can
your
I go
wishes.
back in time, please? What a
Actually,
great movie where Gabby Agbonlahor lets you travel in time.
Dan, the producer, is Gabby going to be on very regularly with us on a Saturday? Do you know? Is that a thing? Because if he is...
Not after the last question.
3 wishes with Gabby Agbonlahor
really nice.
is a great feature.
Yeah, well, I'm interested in that. Tomorrow, because Barry and I are so annoyed about still having to do 1 till 1:30. It's an 11 till 1 show. We're trying to come up with features that are so bad that they just give it to Sam Manafort.
Have you still got that extra half hour?
Extra half hour. No one needs that.
I'll be in. I'll pop in. I'll come and say hello.
Oh, will you? Every Sunday?
Pretty sure I'll come and plug the Virgin
Charlie
show.
Baker bit. That's really
Can come in and plug the show.
This is an idea a
lovely.
listener came up with was I Spy. Where listeners ring up from where they are and me and Barry play I Spy.
That's a good idea.
I thought it was great. Barry in the WhatsApp group was, I'm not playing I Spy.
Even against me on a Sunday.
Maybe you would. Anyway,
I'll pop in.
there's always time for time difference. And Ian Danter is next.
This is the talkSPORT Goal Show. It's the show for the fans. It's done by the fans.
Yes! Oh my God! Yes! Yes! Yes!
He is an unlocker of defences. That.
If you've got a problem or something to say,
You don't have the right to say anything about something. I do.
This nonsense kills the game.
Let's go live to Knutsford Services, where there is always time for time difference. And here is your host, who hosts it week in, week out. Come rain, come shine,
He's
come
committed.
summer. He is so committed to this, and boy, is he up for it. Sometimes his enthusiasm is a little bit, look at his face, is too much. It's Ian, the Duke of Knutsford. Dancer, welcome, Dance.
Yes, good morning. It's time for time difference. There's sometimes time for it. There's sometimes time for me to be asked to host it. All this stuff about, he's so committed. First time difference of the season between Max Rushden and Charlie Baker. Jeff Peters is keeping score as per usual.
That's nice.
Jeff, good morning to you.
Morning, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
Very good morning. Charlie has won 5 in a row and 7 in 8 against Max.
Start of a new season.
Yeah, I can't
So
see it.
five goals coming up, 4 of which...
Shut up, Jeff. Yes, Dance, carry on, mate. We're in a hurry.
Stop faffing around.
5 goals coming up, 4 of which are first goals of the season from Premier League seasons gone by.
Oh, yeah.
So I will say to Charlie Baker,
Sounds a good
as
format.
he's won the last 5, which hand is my hand sanitizer?
Hand sanitizer is in your left hand.
It is. So do you want to go first or second?
I'll go second, please, Dance.
Right, Max, first goal for you.
Welcome.
First goal of the 22-23 season went in between Arsenal and Palace. It was Gabriel Martinelli who scored it in a 2-0 win. What minute did that go in?
Come on, Max, you should know that. What are you even doing on talkSPORT?
I'm not remembering minutes that Gabriel Martinelli scored in 2022. That's what I'm doing. It was the 33rd minute.
Which goal was it? The first goal, was it?
The Premier League season. First goal of the Premier League season.
That's why I said the 4 of the 5 goals were first goals of the season,
I
Charlie.
can
Yes.
only apologise, I wasn't listening.
No, of course. Typical.
I'm saying second half, I'm saying the 58th minute.
Let's hear it as it went in, for God's sake.
Back across the face of goal. Martinelli is there with a header on target, and Arsenal
That's
score
first
the
half.
first goal of the
Sounds very-
Premier
sounds
League.
very-
Very
sounds like
first
17th
half.
minute to me.
Yeah, early.
Finished?
Yeah.
20th minute. That went in.
Yeah.
Jeff Peters, what are
Bad
the
start
scores?
for Bakes.
It's Max 13, Charlie 38.
Sure.
Goal number 2, Erling Haaland scored the first goal. That's the first goal, Charlie, of the 23-24 season. The first one of the season,
Oh, yeah,
Charlie.
I get it now.
3-0
I get
win
the
against
format.
Burnley. What minute did he score the first goal of the season as the first goal of the season?
I remember this, and it was definitely in the second half. And I'm saying the 52nd minute.
What say you, Max Rushden?
I can remember it, and I think it was pretty early in the game. So I'm saying the 51st minute.
Oh.
Yeah, you were dirty
Let's
in the
hear it
spread
as it
on
went in.
Thursday. You reap what you sow, Baker.
Dirty player.
More air underneath this one towards the far post. Rodri down, and the goal drought already over. Manchester City already lead.
Oh, it's
already.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, already. Dreadful guessing. 4th minute. That went in. Jeff Peters, what are the scores?
Why did I think it was?
I don't know why you thought that. Jeff, you with us?
So,
You on Mars?
Max was 47 out, moves on to 60.
Appalling.
Charlie was 48 out and moves on to 86.
Bad.
This is brought to you by Travis Perkins.
On time difference, back we go to Max. Joshua Zirkzee scored on his debut in last season's opening game against Fulham. It was only 1-0. It was the only goal of the game. What minute was it?
When did Zirkzee score?
Zirkzee.
That feels late to me.
anything late.
73rd minute.
What say you, Charlie Baker?
Doors open for Baker.
I think you're about right. 73rd minute, you've said, have you?
Yeah, you can't say that.
No, I'm not saying that.
You can't say
55th minute.
Oh,
let's hear it as it went in.
Regals.
Donacho with a cross. Xerxes with a touch into the corner.
Ooh, no. I like it.
Manchester United have scored.
I like it.
Well, you say you like it, but you've gone wrong way, Regals. 87th minute that went in. So, Jeff, what are the scores on time difference after 3 goals?
After 3 goals.
Max, 14 minutes out, moves on to 74.
Yeah.
Charlie, just the 32 minutes out and on to 118.
118. This is bad. Even I know this is bad.
Charlie, goal number 4.
Bowling trap.
Alexander Lacazette scored for Arsenal the first goal of the 2021 season. That's the first goal of that season against Fulham. For Arsenal with the first goal, what minute did he score that first goal?
Scored that in the 32nd minute.
What was the goal?
What say you, Max?
Should listen, Max.
What was the goal,
Listen
please?
to the output,
What was it?
Lacazette against Fulham.
What did you say?
I said the 32nd minute.
Matt says, new season, same dance, sat in a cheap Swiss chocolate fug, talking on his 1990s hand-free device at Knutsford. This is a previously award-winning showman.
Award retired.
Yeah. Dance looks fuming this morning, says Meditation Dan. Things you love to see on a Saturday morning. Go get it. What did you say?
30-somethingth minute. I
say 30-something too. 35th minute.
Finally, let's hear it as it went in.
Oh, wow.
Shot towards goal, Tim Ream with a block. Marek Rodak with a save, and then it's knocked in by Lacazette.
No, he's not interested at all. He's not up for the new season, is he?
Is that just someone like...
8th minute.
That was just someone chatting to his mate.
8th minute.
8th minute.
So, Jeff, save me. What are the scores, please?
Max, 27 out on that, moves on to 101. Blimey. Charlie, 24 out onto 142, so 41 is the gap. With 1 to go.
Okay.
So, Max, you have to go first on the final goal. Aston Villa Newcastle were off there next for our first Saturday lunchtime talkSPORT commentary of the season in the Premier League. Ollie Watkins scored in a 4-1 victory in this fixture last season. When did he score that goal, Max?
How many ahead am I?
41.
I'll say he scored in the 48th minute.
Oh, I think you've let me in there.
What say you, Charlie Baker?
The 89th minute.
Let's hear it as it went in.
Oh, Jeff.
Ollie Watkins for Aston Villa. It's
Jeff Peters laughing is no good.
Yes, Dads.
That went in the first minute of
could have
the
won.
game.
You could have won.
Could have won.
You could have won. Wow, Jeff, what are the scores?
So Max, 47 minutes out, finishes on 148. Charlie, 88 minutes out. He finished 230, which might be a new record. So Max wins.
Cheers, Dads. Cheers, Jeff.
Terrible.
Absolutely love that commentator. The first game of the season.
Yeah, lovely.
Oh, it's 1-0.
Oh, well, Lacazette's not that in at the back post.
Right,
anyway.
Well,
it'll be a lot more exciting than that. 2 till 6. Virgin Radio, game on.
I'll be listening to Adrian Durham.
Listen to Adrian.
This is the warm-up with Travis Perkins. For the latest big deals, head to travisperkins.co.uk or download the app. Game Day's next.